All right, first of all, let's pause here for a second.
Won't underline the series.
Elusive Antlers increases movement speed, spawns orbs of energy that gives increasing movement speed boosts, and temporary barrier. So this one is massive.
The old uses were somewhat limited,
Yeah, you can say
so
that.
they've been completely redesigned.
It's good.
Overall,
that's a
our
good
goal is to
redesign.
redesign the items to feel more transformational, make the new items fit into the existing build synergies better, make some particularly weak items more powerful, and re-establish a better balance in the item pool between defensive, movement, and damage items.
So, I, like 2-3 months ago, wrote an essay thing and I sent it to Gearbox about the items and the problems. And it was literally this. Actually, it was exactly this. So they literally actually listened to exactly what I said about the items being these things almost verbatim. I mean, if you need hope, you know, that they're listening, that is the fucking hope right there, by the way. Welcome back, Commando. Is the AI still a little bit wonky? See, the thing is as well, we are using the new updates and a bunch of mods with it. So if something goes wrong, I don't know if it's necessarily a problem with the update or not, so we'll just have to see. Just got home from uni. What's the general feeling about the roadmap and the patch? So far, it seems actually pretty good. But Gearbox, I'm perfect. Yeah, Gorex mods would never have an issue, surely. Mountain Shrine, that's not the best. Still on Commando without AoE yet, but I'm a kind of believer. So roadmap, we will try to fix our dog shit, which we released 2 months ago, Lamau. Yeah, I mean, you know, I respect it. I think there's no better, like, response to you messing up than saying, hey, I messed up. So I'm done with it. Nothing actually listened to the community, and good to know that they didn't just sit on their hands until now. Hopefully we're gonna see changes soon. Hopefully, yes. I need to see if this is a card so we can get all the tri-shops. Okay. The romance looks good in my opinion, but I'll never have trusted Gearbox again. I mean, you know what? I think that's fair. I don't think I would expect anyone to have trust in Gearbox again, but I would say you should trust them give them a little bit of trust. You don't have to, you know, jump off a ledge for them, but thoughts on the thing in the patch notes about the contract feature in the Embry variant they patched out, never knew that it happened. That's an old enemy that Hopu made that they wanted to put in, and they redesigned it into the Z construct, so I don't know how it showed up, but that's kind of funny, I guess. I'll take this. Maybe we can move on from the doom and gloom when the DLC first came out. I mean, more than anything, I just kind of wanted to... It's just kind of exhausting, right? Talking about all the mistakes, while also kind of just, like, having this sense of just, like, it's over, you know? Like, that's it. They'll never fix it. I think that was the worst part. I think knowing that they are fixing it is now good enough for my mental health to be able to, like, talk about the DLC in a more actually constructive viewpoint or lens. Before it was just like, oh, it's bad and it's just gonna forever be bad. But now it's like, okay, well, it's bad now. There's something on the horizon. It's at least going to be different, which it leveled up, dude. Can use more fucking radar scanner. I see a path forward. Yeah, like when you're just like in the dark and you're just like, man, it's just bad. It's I can understand why a lot of people were like, you know, really against the complaining. Just saying like, just stop reminding me it's like this, you know. Thoughts was no worse for modding than Swords of the Void was. Yeah, I mean, the thing was, it was more an emotional hit for modding, I think. People were just like, why would I want to mod this game? For a while, at least, it was like that. Stars of the Void was just, it was kind of bad. Like, just a lot of code changes, like, the same, but... they fixed Noxious Thorn and then put it into full rework tier. No, dude. I don't think you guys understand how bad Noxious Thorn is. I don't have enough time in my day to talk about how bad Noxious Thorn was. Not only was it completely broken and did not work, its effect was so bad that no one even noticed it didn't work. They were just like, oh, mods are using right now. Basically some basics, debug toolkit, history fix, Umbral Mithrix, you know, the basics. The whole add Z buff stacks didn't work. Yeah, it did not work. But I think it's very, very fair to put it in total rework complete overall category. I think that's fair, because it's awful. That's why I have it disabled right now. I have item blacklister on as well, and I'm turning off most of the DLC items at this moment. Is getting the bundle with both DLCs now worth it? What does the DLC add to this game? More levels? That's an excellent question, actually. Game's on sale, but sauce is full cost. Okay, that makes it easy then. You can get the game, actually, and get the first DLC, Stars of the Void. Don't get the second DLC yet. You know, you can make a decision for yourself, right? You are a willing human mind. They just released a statement like an hour ago that was like, yeah, we realize that the second DLC is so bad that we're gonna have to completely rework it over the next while. Every single piece of it is getting, like, remade from the ground up. So, I think it's fair to say, probably just get the first DLC for now. I do a few runs of False Sun with my girlfriend, and when the DLC dropped, we both kind of tired of how drinking the fight is. Hopefully the incoming changes to the fight make it more fun, worthwhile. I hope so too, man. Very much hope so. Like, I love Umbral Mithrix. I really do, obviously. I wanted a new boss, too. I wanted to see what kind of cool shit we can get. And it was, man, Voidling is better, I think. Isn't that crazy? I think Voidling's better. That looks fucking wild. As someone who still whiffs on normal Mithrix, I just kind of stare. It'll be good. Once you get there, it's not as bad as it looks. You just need to understand more about the Mithrix fight in general. I mean, I played Mithrix for a very long time before I ever upgraded Mithrix to having like the modded difficulty version, so I'm gonna leave these two large chests in case there's like a sales star drop from TP. I'm thinking very macro heavy right now. Hit till it bits throws the best ability in the game. Only. I still can't believe people are like so convinced it's good. Wait, you're on Downpatch. I am not Downpatch right now, no. I wanted to play with the new update and see if it felt good enough. Listen, chat, I know a lot of people expect me to be really stubborn about things. I'm not stubborn about things. I'm gonna give Gearbox a chance every update to see if it's worthwhile going back and updating and stuff. If it's fun enough, I'll stay for now. If it's not fun enough and it feels awful, I'll just go back until phase 1 drops on the roadmap. That is all. To me, new petty naming conventions? Probably not. I think it's an old joke. I think it's too old of a joke. I'm ready to move on. You can only tell a joke so many times before it's like immediately not as funny. I'm honestly surprised you lasted that long with the names, purely because not being able to ping things would annoy me to no end. Honestly, you know what it was? It wasn't me being like, oh man, I think it's so funny still, I love it. It was me being like, starting the stream and forgetting to change it back every stream. And the fact that this one changed it for me was just a win-win. Okay. Is there any character easier to use than Railgunner? Oh, absolutely. Loader. I mean, especially considering that you probably know how to aim. There's a lot of people who do not know how to aim. And that very much impacts the way they view Railgunner. How do you feel about this patch so far? I have played 2 stages. So I don't have an opinion yet, I'm sorry. We're not quite there. Give me at least one more stage, and I'll have a full analytical breakdown for you on every aspect of the game. I got you. But so far, having the elites not be a problem is great. Oh, there it is. Pain. Can't wait for these enemies to surely be entirely removed. They said they were fixing everything, right? Fucking get these things out of my game. Is this all bug fixes, right? All the big changes on 2.0 roadmap? Correct, yes. I was hoping for some actual, like, change stuff earlier, I guess, but it's fine. I mean, it is a lot of work also. Like, I can't be like, oh, I ain't even mad about it. I'm just like, I'm happy that we got a roadmap at least. Capacitor is really good. Might just snag that. I don't have a band yet or anything, but let's just hit this guy. Alright. G. Those rooms are the bane of my existence. I just wish they weren't so, Yeah, you know what it is. I don't even need to say it. We could put the radar scanner in this drone. That should be kind of nice. I don't mind some radaring. I would like a scrapper, though. We are going to the blue portal after this. I'd like to give up some stuff. I'm getting in the habit as well of leaving large chests on the map for sale star, especially after teleporter and stuff. Not that you should loot everything before TP anyway, but specifically large chests. That's the boss I wanted to see, actually. Our first gilded since like years, so these wisps, man. Are you also stuck? I think the Grove Tender might also be an enemy that's can't move. No, it can move. It was just okay. There's some bosses that I don't think can move right now. Just curious. There's our band. Hey, Rice, roadmap makes me hopeful. Seems like they listen to your synergy and item balance advice. It does seem that way, doesn't it? I'm really happy about that. Beside everything else, every single thing that was like listed or shown or whatever, that's the thing that makes me the happiest. Like, if it's an annoying enemy or something, like, I don't know, it's not the end of the world, and also I could disable it, I don't care as much, but like, you get a DLC for items, basically. I think that, and characters, obviously, but I think that's the main content, or that's what you want to see most, right? So the fact that they are doing it well now, and they understand the systems and synergy and ratios and all that kind of stuff makes me really happy, actually. So, John over again, I love John, dude. John is fucking cool as shit, man. I've talked to John for years. John's always been very nice. We love Jonathan Hopu. This is what we need. John's the fucking glue that held Risk of Rain together. Our build's not so bad. It's not perfect, though. Do you want to go Ari? Every game dev team needs a John to succeed. It's probably true. Between basically direct quotes from you and John, I immediately gained confidence in the devs. I know not everyone wants to, you know, put full blind faith into upcoming stuff, but, like, I'd say give them... They gave you a bit, give them back a bit, you know? If there's anything I've learned in the past year is that you can't make the community happy. No, but I think today makes a lot of us happy. And I think it's like, it's making everyone happy enough. But no, you can't make everyone happy. It's very true. The thing is, I mean, that's just like a lesson with life in general. If you have an audience of anyone, you can't make them all happy, unfortunately. And the more that you try, the less you'll hold on to what makes your thing or you or whatever you're doing unique in the first place. As if it's for everyone, it's for no one. And I truly do believe that. And this thing is so tanky, man. Don't we have had like a little bit of the health change on this update? Dude, it's fucking crazy. Or to see what they come up with after rebalancing. This teaser of Antler's description really intrigues me. Antler rework seems really good. I kind of want to get the drones closer to Ari here before we start. Because she's just going to start lasering and I'm going to get hit or something. The rework seems interactive as well instead of just conceding to a flat buff. Very interested to see what they're going to come up with. I agree. They could have just said, hey, we copied the hoof and we just like repainted it. But they actually went and said, hey, we're making something that, you know, is interactive to gameplay. Which I think is very good, actually. I mean, that shows a lot, actually. Oh, God. This is the one situation in which I think children are, like, a little hard, actually. When you want to stay right on Ari, and you can't. So they will nuke you. Other than this, I think children or whatever. Do you think CLCOLLAB being good was an accident or actually thought out design? I don't know. And listen, I don't want to even imply, rather, that the devs are incapable of making good things, right? I think they can have really good ideas. I just didn't think they had an overwhelming experience with the item system before being put on the job, maybe? I think they're smart people, and I think they know what they're doing. I just think, like, it was a lot, right? People gave them this entire game that I don't even know if they ever played before, and were like, hey, make stuff that fits in it perfectly. That's hard. That's a hard thing to do. So there's plenty of extremely smart and talented people who just wouldn't know where to start with stuff like that, because it's just, you know, is what it is. I don't know, I think CLCOLLAB, they recognized it was going to be a fun item. Not say all their ideas are great, but it's a hard situation for them to make stuff. I agree. I think in the case of DLC, things, you know, were made worse, but I don't think that's because the devs weren't capable. I think it's a hard job. Like, you pick anyone from chat, right? I think chat would do worse. Honestly, as much as like people complain about the about SOTS, I think chat would have made a worse DLC. So everyone has a lot to say, right? Like, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that. But it's like, really? I don't know. I don't really know about that one. Everyone's a critic, but we got a scrap, by the way. It's very good. I mean, obviously the net result was just that the DLC wasn't that good. And shit happens. They're listening, and they know how to make it better now. I am kind of convinced so. How long until someone makes a mod reverting whatever change they did to Whispers? I mean, you can just turn on Sacrifice whenever you want, you know? That's the change. I kind of want to save the Legendary Chest until, like, we get the chance of a Sale Star. Like, all the chances are, like, used up, so Legendary Chest last. I think that's just, like, the play here on the stages like this now. Oh yeah, they just... Oh no, dude. It's over. I already had faith in them, but hearing that from you makes me feel even better about everything. That's good. I'm happy. That's... I mean, to be honest, like, I'm not one to just BS around or whatever, right? If I had zero faith in Gearbox, you would hear it from me, actually, so... I've been very critical of things. When, they're not good, and they're not looking good. And I'm always critical of, especially companies who do bad things to games, so. Favorite mod I found is Look Straight Down. I didn't know that was a mod. I love not being able to look straight up or down. It's very, immersive. I think that's the reason they did that. I think that's what they said. Whoa. For some reason, maybe it's the new computer and the volume settings or something, but Plimp isn't that loud right now, which is okay. It's not deafening me for some reason. I haven't had the Plimp sound on in literally like years, so I don't know. Maybe some update came out, who knows, doubt it, but maybe. What I kind of hope most as well is that I know that not everyone that plays this game or has played this game or whatever will come back to this game today. This patch isn't necessarily enough for people to return across the board, but I do hope that once things start getting fixed and changes start being thrown out, that people's excitement for this game comes back a little bit more and people can be a little bit more happy with how it's kind of gone. Because I know everyone kind of felt really demotivated. Oof, that's an item. And a lot of people stopped playing, a lot of people stopped wanting to make content for it. A lot of racers and Risk of Resources stop wanting to race. So I hope that it alleviates a lot of that. We could go Fields, especially if we keep the Monster Tooth actually, or the med kit or something, which is a really like weird scenario for that, but might be good enough to kind of dip our heads in. What are your thoughts on their ordering of changes? I feel like Survivor changes should be bumped up. Bear in mind, I haven't played the DLC with Survivor. I imagine they wanted to do Survivor changes first, but I'm going to go on a limb and say it's probably something we're just not aware of, right? Like, it could just be that the Survivor changes are going to take so long that it just makes sense to put the other two first. Stuff like that. So I wouldn't say like, oh, they're just like reordering it wrong. I feel like it's like probably something like that. Like, you just don't know. Bears are harder to change, and they're also very important, right? Like, look at how much fucking barrier we have. Maybe Fields isn't a good idea. I don't know. We can at least walk in there. I don't think the Cranshin is doing anything for us now. I don't want to keep some healing here if we're gonna dip our heads in though. Think we're good on item stuff. We can get rid of one more green and have a 2 reds, so sorry buddy. A long time before we see a lot of these changes. Probably. It's a lot of work, man. They're redoing the entire DLC. They gotta call the chef voice actor back in. Yo. Holy shit. Anyway, I should get a choice, huh? Do I want Tesla? I don't think this run is that good, as is. I'm gonna be honest. Would a Tesla make it that much better at this point? I don't know if I want Tesla. I don't think it's good enough. Hello? Pause Wheels Timer. Man, I didn't get that mod back. I entirely spaced that one. A key. I'll probably take a key getting out of here. I don't mind that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it later. I might get a key here on this stage and be sad that I printed one. This is bad. This is like actually really bad. The mending are awful. Don't jump. If I get shot by like any of these, it's over. I have spaces, but I need to snipe the main boss. That was a really weird grenade. The one in the middle just healing him. I can't like flick grenades anymore, I've noticed. I have to look a little bit at the enemy for a little bit longer. If I get like a saw or something, I'm picking it up. Alright, we got away. We can loot now. Thank you. That's okay. Thank you. That's hello. I will probably pick up this game during the sale. What's your 1-2 advice you would give a new player? Don't be as worried about the clock. Just get items. Try to get as many items as you can, as fast as you can, probably. But don't trade. Don't be like, oh, I gotta go fast, so I don't want to pick up that chest. Get every chest, dude. Let's like walk in circles, actually, to dodge stuff. You just saw what I was doing, and I didn't get hit. Do what I was doing. Walk in circles around the enemy. It helps a lot. That is my advice. And good luck. I'm surprised. I'm actually like losing health here, I think. I'm like barely gaining it. But I have to like not stop. Okay, I think that's like... Ooh, it is a scrapper. I think that is like primarily good enough though. Alright. There it is. There's my item. There's another one. Is that a third feather? There's 3 feathers. Okay, well we're good. Very good. I'm also, like, I am glad they're doing a Steam sale thing. But I just kind of worry that, you know, people will play the game as it is and be like, damn, why is it so janky? But I'm glad they got out the bug fixes in time for the update at least. Or the sale at least, I guess. Is it worth upgrading the game to the current version or still say downpatch? I don't have an answer for you yet. This is my first run. I think with enough bug fix mods, it's probably okay. Unless you're a very particular individual. But I don't know. How would process for you to swap between downpatch version, upgrade version? No. If you do exclamation point downpatch, you can see the guide for it to get the downpatch files. And what I do, I just keep all of those files copied somewhere in my computer. And every time, let's say I updated the game to this version and it was like, I don't really want to play it. I just drag that folder back into the Risk of Rain folder and it's downpatched again. It doesn't even just stay that way until I specifically tell the game to update. Very easy. Do you think SOTS is worth right now? No, I personally don't. I think that in time, it will probably be worth buying with money based on what we've seen with the roadmaps up. But I'm not going to lie to people and be like, hey, yeah, you should buy this thing right now. I'm playing with it on, but I have most of it turned off completely. So... like, at what point is it not really worth it? Oh, I didn't print a key like I said I was going to. Using a content disabler, I'm using a blacklist item mod. So I just turn off most of the items, actually. I have, like, I want to say, like, 80% of the items turned off from the DLC. You can see a new patch dropped. How is it? Bugs were fixed. Still will say, not every bug is fixed. But I can largely say now, a lot of the main huge issues are kind of been a little bit alleviated here. So I'm happy about that. They sold an unfinished version of the DLC and are going to change pretty much everything. Yep, but I mean, that's just how it goes, man. Again, I'll also reiterate, I think them saying like, hey guys, we fucked up. Best thing they could have said. And I think what they're doing is the best thing that they can do from this point forward. There's nothing else I want from them besides what they've said. Best possible outcome, agreed. Like, I know not everyone is like totally happy with everything that has happened, but like going forward, you know, like what else could you want unless you're just like really holding on to your the emotions of the past 3 or 4 months. No, it'll never be good. I hate them. They ruined everything that I love. It's like, all right, calm down. Let's take a breath. I hope that people stop being mean to them as well. I heard the jingle on that one. I never want to be mean to the devs. I've said several times, especially throughout my videos, please don't be mean to them. But I'm hoping, just because crowds are the way they are, right? Like, you can't really control them when they're mad about something. I hope that the devs stop getting all that hate and stuff as much. I just kind of recognize the situation that everyone's just trying to get out of it. Well, let's get 4 feathers this stage, I guess. Even if I had a spline here, I wouldn't even do anything. I want another ban, actually. That's what I want. God damn it. I don't want it. Take it. I don't want it. We can get some more attack speed this stage, for sure. Try to get some more damage down for Scorpion. The one item change ATs look promising. As long as they follow that spirit for the rest of the items looking optimistic. We can never be sure until it's done, though. Yeah, because, like, you know, you could write out the description of Harpoon and you could tell players about it and they'd be like, dude, that's sick. That's so good. I love that. Thanks, Hopu, for making Harpoon. And then they get to play with it, and they're like, what? What is this? So they never really know. But hey, not to defend Gearbox, but after the updates happen, I feel like this will end up like Cyberpunk 2077. Maybe. Maybe not. I hope we have a good end of the story, though. And this is a good sign, so. Do I just take that? I don't know. I'm not going to get a red-white soup, though. I'm just going to take 2 Vrit, I guess. I don't have any crit for my Shatter Spleen. Doesn't matter. That's kind of where we're at right now. So I wish I had more speed, but it's okay. On my close climb, I always feel like I'm constantly taking chip damage from other enemies during TP while I'm focused on the boss. Any tips for this? Walk in circles and have good target priority, right? If you're always taking chip damage from wisps, stop shooting the boss and shoot the wisps. Because you can dodge the boss easier than you can dodge wisps. How do you know you won't get white soup? Because I have a Drone Man and Symbiotic Scorpion, and I'm not going to use a white cauldron. That's how I know. Mod lets you blacklist items mod. Actually, this is the speed we're looking for, so. Got through the Risk Rain patch notes, and the roadmap looks like they're moving in a right direction with a thoughtful purpose, which is nice to see. Agreed. Thing about bad reds is I kind of understand not wanting reds to just be an automatic win, but there are some stupid strong reds making the rest feel horrible and are generally just pointless. I mean, I think it's so hard because on one hand you don't want reds to be an automatic win, but some are, and also you don't have to make reds as common as they are then. You could make them a lot rarer if you wanted. I don't know. There's so many ways to make it more fun and less, like, just painful when you just get something fun and good. Wasn't host skipping patched? Yeah, and I'm using a mod that allows it to be back in. Reds feel so good in returns. In returns, they feel really good, for the most part. You actually like the reds in that game, and then, well, a lot of them. Aegis still fucking sucks. But you come at this game and you're like, man, yeah. There's so many ways to balance it, though. I think a lot of people just look at, like, one aspect of change, and they're just like, hey, if you change this, you can't do that because of everything else. It's like, what if we just changed everything else, man? What if we just made everything, everything just work better? Because, like, I feel like, of course he would, right? Alright, I'm gonna try my best, actually, but we'll see. I don't have any crowbars or anything, so I don't really want to. Kind of almost wish I took the elephant, but we needed the capacitor. He's dashing too much, Brain. I can't catch him. I really appreciate that the drones are shooting the orbs for me also. Way too late. All right. Hit the wrong one. Probably just gonna be a capacitor phase, I guess. Owie. That was sloppy. Thank you. Oh, is my rhythm off? Alright, thank you. Arius, are you winning? Yes. It's a new best portal, I think, by the way. Yeah. New update, best portal. Take notes. We did good. I think, you got me really... I took a swipe from a clone in phase 1, and then I took a shockwave from phase 3, but spaces block both. So, you got the damageless, technically. Not hitless, though. I wish I could just have phase 4 and the rest vanilla. I mean, you can really turn down the settings for Emerald and make it a lot easier if it's a little bit too hard for you. Keep climbing through the cliffs, I'll get more of a nuanced grasp on which reds are worth keeping and avoiding. I think so. It'll happen, it'll just come with time. I know a lot of new players, like, really conceptually really respect Aegis and things, and I'm like, you'll just keep playing, man. You'll get there.